I got the opportunity to go out there in those YouTube streets, and I had a great time. I I went over there and I did a live stream with Suzette Speak, and the topic was health versus wealth. I've been on Suzette's channel quite a bit, and I just love her. She's an excellent content creator, and she has such good vibes, and you always want to be around somebody or surrounded by really positive energy. And I've learned so much from Suzette. I got the opportunity to watch her YouTube journey. I watched her get monetized, and and um, you know, I was just so happy for her. And that's something that us content creators need to be. When we see a person moving up and moving out and moving forward, we need to be happy, and we need to promote their channels and say, hey, we need to go over there and see what Suzette's doing. We need to support her live stream. And I hope that we can find in our hearts to do that more regularly. So, in the topic of health versus wealth, I'm just going to get right into it. And I'm just going to tell you, wealth, it can't buy health. Wealth can't make you happy. And most of all, if you don't have good health, you're not going to build any wealth because you're not going to be productive. So, um, one of the things that I said in my journey, and this is what I want everybody to understand, we're all out there chasing that bag, and we're putting that bag before uh, our happiness, our health, and that could be dangerous because we tend to lose a lot. I know that we want to go out here and support our families, and that's okay. But sometimes we have to pull back, and especially when that money starts coming in, we don't think about the taxes that we're going to have to pay. We don't think about, uh, I've worked so many hours that, you know, I have somebody in a relationship that's missing out on me. And then when we get really ill, and it shouldn't take a tragedy uh, to say, you know what, you went out there and made all that money, and now what do you have? Because is the person going to be around uh, to really help you when your health goes down? And those are things that we don't think about when we're out there making that bag. So these are things that we need to think about. And so we don't want to just be surviving. We want to live and enjoy the wealth. We don't want to be coping, because coping can go rogue. And then we're coping with pills, and we're coping with alcohol, we're coping with gambling. We want to live. And so, one of the things that I said in my journey when my health got really depleted, I said that, you think I was asking for more hours to make more wealth? No, I was asking for time. And time is so important. And sometimes you can't get that time back when you put yourself out there for wealth. So I had written a letter, and I just like to share a little bit of my letter with you. And I said, in all the 40 years of my journey on my job, I worked those extra hours, the overtime, and then I got taxed out. We all get taxed out. And then I ended up having surgeries, ended up having to take medication. And, that just it wasn't really good. And I said, and my body ended up accumulating a lot of disease. And I truly wished that I had a went back, and I wished I had monitored my mental health, my physical health, my emotional health, my social health, and my spiritual health. But no, I totally ignored that. And for the people that had more money, they're on that happiness side, money didn't make them happy. And I said that, TMZ was all over these people. They couldn't even go to the store and get a can of Spam because everybody was trying to make $1 off of them. And then what they do, there was somebody else that was making more money. There was Warren Buffett and Bill Gates, as they say, keeping up with the Joneses. Oh, keeping up with Elon and trying to keep up with Jeff Bezos. And it just got out of hand. But then when I made that trip to the bank, what happened? Oh, we looked in that bank account and we said, Oh my God, I've done a lot of things for this money. And the things that I've done for this money, it didn't make me proud. Um, I I sit there and I negotiated my integrity and my dignity for this money, and I have to live with that. I got to live with all the people that I screwed over for this money. So now that my health is depleted out and I'm laying here on my deathbed, the sad thing was I had to review all that information in my life. It took me to get here on this bed and say to each and every one of you, don't get here. Don't do this. Give yourself some time. Pull back from the money. Reflect on your life. Reflect on the community and time that you need to spend with your family, because it's so important. And money is not the end all of end all, but it can end you. Chasing that bag, chasing the dream, or you saying, I'm making this legacy for someone else. You might have to go back and rethink what you're doing. You might have to go back and check those bubbles and say, you know what, is this person really worth this money that I'm making? Because they'll run through your money. And then there you are on your deathbed, and that money could be gone before you out of here. So once again, to my future self, I said, if I have the opportunity to get out of this situation, to get off this deathbed, I would definitely review my mental health, my physical health, my social health, my spiritual health, and most of all, I would make sure this time, if I make it up out of here, that all the things that I did for this money, that I would change it. I wouldn't do all those things to get rich and to keep up with Warren Buffett of the world or Elon Musk. I would be able to lay down at night and sleep and feel good about myself and have some dignity and respect for my life. So I want you guys to think about this. Think about your present self. Think about your future self. Even take the time and write a letter to your present and future self. But before I get off of here, one thing I want everybody to do is take responsibility for their health. Don't blame people when you start going down. Take responsibility. Think about the choices you make. Don't let your coping skills go rogue on you. Do more than just survive your health. Live your life. This is Linda Ballard, 911 Health. And once again, it is truly an honor and a pleasure to be here and get the opportunity to talk to you. So thank you. And Suzette Speaks, thank you for sharing that live stream. And I'm out.